Hello and welcome back to the Satoshi Society YouTube channel. My name is AJ, one of the co-hosts here, and today we're going to go and have a look at the charts, at the Bitcoin charts, take a quick look at Ethereum as well. Now, nothing too exciting is happening, so I want to keep it quick, and I just want to explain to you quickly what I sort of expect for 2023 as well. So, yeah, we're going to get straight on into the video, so please make sure you smash a like on the video before we get into the charts. It does really help the channel out. It really helps me out, and I really do appreciate it. It's free as well, so just please make sure you smash that like button, and we will jump straight on into the charts. So looking at Bitcoin, we can see that Bitcoin is still stuck within this range. Now, this range is something that we have been, I have been attempting to trade over the course of sort of the end of November, start of this, over the course of December as well. Unfortunately, over November, I was ill, so I couldn't trade this long position here. And then I decided against trading this short position right here because we had the FOMC meeting at the exact same time. Those two trades would have played out perfectly. Unfortunately, we did miss those. However, we move on. We can't dwell on it. We look for those new trades, and that's what I'm doing right now. You know, I'm looking for a potential short position. I know the chart looks very messy right now, but all of these lines are very, very useful and are helping us predict where the price is going to go. And I have my levels set. Okay, I've been talking about this for a number of days now since we've been back from Christmas. I've been talking about this area down here being my longing area. Okay, if the price comes into this area and I'm seeing all the signs telling me to look for a long position, then I will be entering into a long position down here, and vice versa. Okay, I have my shorting opportunity up here. If the price comes up here and I see shorting opportunities, then what I'm going to do is enter a short around this area. Okay, so that is still my plan. That has not changed. I know I've explained that to you since we've been back, but this is what I'm still looking at, and I want to make you aware this is what I'm still waiting for. However, we are actually stuck within a range in a range. So we're stuck in a smaller range within this much bigger range. So if we come down to, let's say, the 2 hour, we can actually see that we're in this even smaller range, which is within this much bigger range on the 4 hour that I've been looking at. But because we haven't seen the price fluctuate much, okay, of course, we've had Christmas, we've had New Year's. The institutions are not all going to be back potentially right now. Maybe some of them are. We're seeing a bit of volatility coming in, but not as much as we usually do. The people have still got time off. I know people that are still having time off. Are not going back to work till tomorrow. So that's probably the same with these big institutions who invest into cryptocurrency. Their traders are probably still off. Maybe most of them are still off. So this is why we're not seeing much action at all. Plus retail traders as well, they are taking time off as well, spending time with family and friends potentially. So they're stepping away from trading as well. So this is of course is to be expected, not to see volume around such big times like this, but eventually we are going to see the market start to move once again, but until then I'm going to potentially be looking at actually trading this smaller range here. We're not going to see as big returns as we would see on that 4 hour range. However, if we cannot find a potential trade on that 4 hour, if we're not coming into that longing area or the shorting area, then we're going to have to look for other options, and the other option is looking into the 2 hour and looking at this range here. Okay, we've got our longing opportunities down here. Okay, looking for what are we looking for? We're looking for horizontal levels. We've got a horizontal level here. We're looking for divergences. If we come and look at an example here, we've got a divergence here. We've got price coming down, price coming up, value area low. We've got horizontal level here as well. If I just move that up slightly, horizontal level there, that would have been some nice confluence to enter a trade, and that would be winning right now. So I'm going to potentially be looking at trading this 2 hour range. Of course, if I enter a trade, you will be the first people to know about it. But looking at that 4 hour, there's not enough volume in the market right now to be trading that. We need to wait for more volume to come in to either get into that longing area or shorting area. So, I'm going to be looking at this 2 hour range. On the Bitcoin charts, I'm going to be looking to potentially trade this. As I said, the returns aren't going to be as big as they would be on the 4 hour, but initially, we need to be making those returns. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. Now, over the course of 2023, I know we're at the start of 2023. The volume isn't here yet, but what am I expecting for Bitcoin over the course of 2023? Well, I actually think that 2023 could potentially be a good year for crypto. Okay, I think 2023 could potentially be a good year for Bitcoin. Yes, I think Bitcoin is going to go lower. Okay, maybe over the Q1, Q2 of 2023, we could see Bitcoin continue to push towards the downside. However, towards the end of 2023, I do expect that Bitcoin is going to make a recovery, whether that's back up to 25, 30, maybe even 35, 40K. We don't know, but I think, we're going to be above 20,000 at least, and maybe even above 30,000 by the end of 2023. I do really think that's possible. And the one reason why I think that is possible is because, first of all, the Fed, are going to stop, are eventually going to stop increasing those rates. Right now, they're still increasing the rates, but they've decreased the amounts they're, increasing by. Okay, so we can look at if we go back to the 4 hour, we can look at an example of what happened when we saw this. Okay, so zooming out a little bit, we had the FOMC meeting right here. Okay, and it was either going to be, so the FOMC, oh, let's get the pen tool out for you. There we go. So the FOMC meeting happened right here. We saw a big spike of volume coming in. And this was to be expected. We were to expect to see a fake pump and then a dump. That's what I was telling you. That's what I was telling you I was expecting, because initially getting a 50 rather than a 70 is good, but it's still bad. It's good because the rates are finally decreasing, but it's bad because they're still increasing. I know that sounds, but the amount that they're increasing them by is decreasing, but they're still increasing initially. So, that's why it's bad, and that's why we saw the market dump after. But and that's what we're going to see over the course of the start of 2023 as well. Yes, they are going to decrease the amount they're going to be increasing by, but they're still going to be increasing, which is still bad for the market. So on a fundamental basis, it's looking bearish for the start of 2023, but on a technical basis as well, it's still looking bearish. Over the course of 2022, what have we been looking at? Okay, we've been looking at these big bearish these big bear flags. Okay, we've had a bear flag here. That price target was, in fact, I'm pretty sure this price target was in fact hit. Let's just double check that there. Get rid of this. Get rid of this extended right line here. Was this price target actually hit? No, it's not actually being hit yet, but we have this bear flag here, which broke towards the downside. We're waiting for that to hit its price target. Okay, we had this bear flag here, which hit its price target. We had this even bigger bear flag here, which hit its price target. Okay, and that was from the flagpole, from the top to the bottom of the the top of the bear market to the bottom of this bear flag. That price target was in fact hit. So we can see that over the course of 2022, we've been looking at these bear flags, and we still have a bear flag in play, which is predicting that Bitcoin could potentially go down to $10,000. And even on the shorter time frame as well, we have this one. This on the 4 hour is predicting. Actually, we can look at it on the 12 hour as well. Yeah, looking at it on the 12 hour as well. This is actually giving us a prediction of 11,000. So for me, technically, we're still looking bearish. Technically, we are still getting lower price targets, but fundamentally, it's still looking bearish as well for me. So over the course of 2023, over the start of 2023, I think we're going to see Bitcoin continue to push towards the downside, which we're going to see, of course, those altcoins follow as well and get hit a lot harder. However, when the Fed finally starts, when the Fed stop actually increasing those rates, then that's when we can actually see the market take a turn, and we can actually start seeing the market push towards the upside. Another thing that I wanted to show you as well, I was looking at a 12-month because we did in fact get a yearly close, and that was in fact a red yearly close. But what we've actually been looking at over the past sort of 2 years, potentially even three, but since 2011, so we had a red candle, a green, a red. Okay, and then from there we're starting to see a pattern. Okay, then after the red candle in 2014, in 2015 we had a green, 16 we had a green, 17 we had a green, then we had a red in 2018. Okay, then we had in 2019 a green, 2020 a green, 2021 a green, and then 2022 a red. So you can start to see a pattern here, and it looks, after every 3 years, that on that fourth year we do get a red candle. So maybe 2023, we are going to see this. We're going to see this green candle. Now, looking at the two previous green candles after the red candle, as you can see, we do not actually exceed the highest point on the red candle. Okay, so we don't actually see a major move towards the upside over the course of that year. However, we do make a recovery. So this is what I'm looking at. We're starting to see a trend here. Maybe we can see this trend continue, and maybe in 2023 we can finally get a green candle, potentially taking us up to, I would say, above 25 to 30,000. That's where I would put it at right now. Of course, that's not accurate at all. That's just where I would expect the price to recover to by the end of 2023. But initially, start of 2023, I think we're still gonna have some more downside, but towards the end of 2023, I think we're going to start seeing the market take a recovery, and then 2024. We can finally see the price coming back to those all-time highs, 50K, 60K, close to 70K, and then maybe 2025, we can finally get a new all-time high and see the price pump potentially all the way up to 100K. We will have to see when we get to that point. But for me, I think 2023, at the end of it is going to be a good year. Okay, the start of it is going to be rough. It's going to be rocky, as with the stock market. But towards the end of 2023, I do expect to have a pretty good year. So sort of that's what I'm expecting for 2023, and I sort of hope that's helped you out a bit. But yeah, for the shorter time frame, we're in a smaller range within a bigger range. We're going to try and trade that smaller range. Whilst the volume isn't here, the returns aren't going to be as big as they would be on the bigger range. However, we want to be making consistent profits. And the way to do that is by changing the strategy slightly. I like to trade on the 4-hour range. However, we can change the strategy by moving to a smaller time frame if it is viable. And for me, on the 2-hour, this is a very viable range right here. We've been respecting it very well. We've been, we've been forming confluence as well, and there were potential entries as well. One being this one right here. We had a bullish divergence here below value area low and testing this support level here. That would have been a valid entry and the trade would be winning right now. The take profit would be at the value area high, and that's what I'm going to be looking for. Potentially the next thing we're going to be looking for is a short from up here and shorting it down to that value area low, maybe this support level here, maybe this support level here. We'll have to see. Of course, you will be the first people to know about it if I do enter a trade, and I'll show you me entering that live, of course. Ethereum, exactly the same story. So if we come look at the 4-hour, and let's actually go to Bitcoin and bring up the 4-hour again. Let's just have a look, because they have been very correlated recently, and they do still look to be very correlated. So exactly the same story for Ethereum. We do sort of have a range there as well, but we're still within this bigger 4-hour range, and there's not much volume coming in at all. So that's why we haven't had any trading opportunities as of yet, but we're still waiting for that. Waiting for everyone to go back to work in the sort of Wall Street, as you like to call it, and those retail traders to come back in as well, because I'm sure they are taking time off from trading as well. So yeah, that's sort of all we got to wait for, and until anything major happens, we have to just sort of sit on the sidelines. But of course, if anything does happen, if I enter a trade, you will be the first people to know about it. But yeah, I think that's all I've got for you. I just wanted to keep it short. I didn't want to talk too much because nothing exciting is happening right now. Just waiting for that volume to kick in, and then we can start trading again. And like I said, we've got the range on the 2 hour. If there's a trading opportunity there, I will bring that to you. So please make sure you smash a like on this video if you enjoyed this content, if you enjoy the trades that I bring you as well. We've been very successful with the trades. We made 10 trades over the past 3 and a bit months, and 8 of them were winning, 2 of them were losing. 80% win rate, that's pretty good. I have taken a slight break on trading just because it was Christmas and New Year, and there was no training opportunities either. So that was the right thing to do. But we're back now. We want to look for those next trades. We just need that volume to kick in to sort of get into our longing or shorting areas. So that's what I'm doing right now. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Happy, good to see you back. Hi AJ. Will you keep us informed when you start buying altcoins? Yes, of course. Just to talk about that briefly, I am 80 to 90% in Bitcoin right now. I did that close to the top of the bull market when I was anticipating the price to have a major correction and go into a bear market. I shifted all my portfolio into Bitcoin, and I don't hold much altcoins at all. Maybe I have the odd wallet that's got a bit of some altcoins in, but not a lot at all. Right now, I'm still staying away from altcoins because I'm expecting lower for Bitcoin. If I was to get into altcoins now and Bitcoin took another dive towards the downside, then those altcoins that I bought would be hit a lot harder than Bitcoin. So right now, I would rather buy Bitcoin than actually buy altcoins. But to be honest with you, I'm not buying Bitcoin right now. I'm just holding my USDT and waiting to see whether we are going to see lower, because I am expecting that as well. So right now, I'm not buying altcoins, but of course, when I start buying altcoins, you will be the first people to know about it as well. I will tell you what I'm buying, and of course, Ben will do the same as well. But right now, both of us are just out of altcoins. It's not the safest thing to be in right now, because if we go any lower, altcoins are going to get hit a lot harder. So we do just have to be very aware of that. But once I'm happy that we're at the bottom, okay, or the bull market started again, then I'm going to start shifting my portfolio out of Bitcoin into those altcoins to get those bigger returns. So yes, of course, I'm going to do that. NH, happy new year to you too. Mr. New Creation, good to see you back. Hello to you too. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for you today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Ben is going live later on today, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, smash that like button. It's free. I really do appreciate it. And see you guys later. Thank you for watching.